Okay, so hello, my name's Mia, and I'm doing fishing for my special interest. There are many types of fish in Maine: white perch, yellow perch, red-breast sunfish, white pumpkin seed, bluegill, and channel catfish, white crappie, muskellunge, chain pickle, white catfish, American eel, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, red pickerel, rock bass, black crappie, bullhead, and lake whitefish. The brown trout and the rainbow trout are introduced to these lakes, but the brook trout is native. Largemouth bass are the most popular freshwater sports fish in the country. It's a very strong fighter. The largemouth bass weighs up to 12 pounds. Originally, largemouth bass were found up east of Mississippi River in the Great Lakes. Bass fishing grew in popularity, so they started stocking programs in most of the states. They were introduced in Maine as well. Largemouth bass live in marshy areas with lots of cattails. They share the same habitat with loons, beavers, ducks, otters, and more. Northern pikes hide in the vegetation waiting for its prey. After winter ends, it will eat anything in its path, a lure or live bait. They prefer shallow, weedy areas of lakes and rivers. You're supposed to kill them when coming across one. Because people brought this fish to China Lake and other lakes in Maine, they are called an invasive species. The problem with this is that there are now too many northern pike, and they are killing other native fish in the lake. They look similar to the pickerel, so you need to be careful not to kill the wrong species. The pickerel has a black patch on its eye, and the pike does not. Smallmouth bass is a game fish that prefers cold water with a rocky bottom. The biggest smallmouth bass ever taken on a fly rod weighed 6 pounds 4 ounces. It was caught at Pine Lake, Michigan in 1995. Smallmouth bass prefer water temperatures range of 69 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. How to fish. 1. The main idea is to have fun and to have lots of patience. It takes skill, a good mind, and strategy. 2. The tools you'll need is a fishing pole, tackle box, bobber, and a hook. Sometimes you can wear rain boots or a fishing vest. I like to use a depth finder because it helps you find the fish under you. You also need your opinion on lure or live bait. I usually like to use pliers to take the hook out of the fish. 3. Practice casting your line, letting it out, and reeling it back in. To cast your line, you bring the pole behind your back, then let go of the trigger when it's overhead. Then hold onto the pole as the line spins out in front of you. 4. Depending on the lure you are using, you yank on the pole a little, reel it in, and repeat the pattern because it makes ripples that attracts the fish. The fish. 5. If I were you, I would use a lure that floats on the weeds. If it gets stuck on a branch, don't yank it unless you want to lose your lure. 6. When you catch a fish, I take the pliers and find a way to curve the hook up and out of the fish. It can be hard and the fish can poke you. I let it go by putting my hands under the belly and sliding it into the water. 7. And that's the life of fishing. That's my story of fishing. Any comments or questions? Mary?
Didn't you tell me about one of those fish that attack humans or something like that? Like the bass?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the numbers for?
Okay, the numbers are 4 is the greatest taste, how good they taste. 4, and like 2's the worst apparently for fish. Fiona.
What's the most common fish?
Okay, to catch.
Yeah, like
Largemouth bass and smallmouth bass.
probably those.
Alex.
Have you ever fly fished?
What?
Have you ever gone fly fishing?
No, but I want to. Yeah.
What's the largest fish you've ever caught?
Apparently it's this one right here.
And how big was it?
It's like that big.
Did you eat it
Why
or
did
did
you
you
store
put it
it?
back in?
We put it back in because there's like mercury in the lake, so we can't eat.
Okay.
Listen.
What do all the fish do during the winter?
They usually just go deep underwater and just like stay there.
Not as cold.
Yeah.
Okay, when did you start fishing and where's your favorite spot to fish?
My favorite spot to fish is Town Lake and wait, what was the first question?
When did you start?
When I was like 5 or 4. Tracy?
How old are you in the pictures?
The big one, like right here, I was 9 years old. This one here, I was 10. This one here was not 8, sorry. And this one was 13. And this one was age 11. And this one was age 13. Fiona?
What's your favorite fish?
Freshwater bass. Yeah.
So do you like to fish on the ocean or lakes or
I like
rivers?
fishing in lakes. True.
Where have you gone to go fishing?
Channel Lake. What?
That's all?
What?
That's the only place you've been to go fishing.
And Reflection Pond. Yeah. Tracy?
Do you ever fish late, or like when is the best time to fish?
I like fishing like night and day. Yeah.
When is the best time to catch fish?
Like around morning time where it's cold water, the bass. Mom?
Do you catch something different in the evening as opposed to during the day?
Not really. They usually eat whenever they want to. So.
No, I mean, do you catch different kinds of fish
Oh.
at night?
I usually catch eel and white perch during night.
At night, eels?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you like fish from the land or do you go out in the boat?
I do both. I catch more white perch out deeper.
So it's like better if you're in the boat.
I guess so. Rona?
I can't see from here, but you look like you're holding something really interesting with two, is it claws, like a little crayfish or something?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
They're like tiny lobsters. They usually like to hide under rocks.
In fresh water?
Yes. fresh
And
water.
what do you use them for?
I kind of like catching them and just kind of experimenting with them.
So
And
you don't fish with them?
sometimes I do, but yeah.
Is it a good lure? Bait?
It is for largemouth bass and small. Mary?
What sort of experiments do you use them for?
I like to learn about their personality and stuff.
I would assume crayfish are in there.
How often do you fish in summer?
Every day.
Do you go by yourself, or do your parents go with you, or?
Usually just me and my dad. Yeah. Forget your name.
That's right. How many fish have you caught in like one day? Like what's the most ever? Do you know?
Maybe like 40.
Wow.
Oh.
Do you prefer lures or live bait?
I think they both work pretty well, like really good. Like for sunfish, I use worms for sunfish because they're like hunt in packs.
And do you put the worm in the hook?
No.
Do too.
I like the worm on the G. That's pretty genius.
Genius.
No, seriously, that's really cool.
Any more? Elliot.
Why don't you like to put the worm on the hook?
I have a little view of worms, like how they move and stuff, so. Yeah. So the wobbler, which is this one, it sinks to the bottom, so you can have other kinds of fish to take. And the torpedo lure has this spinner, like right here, that spins rapidly. And so it makes these vibrations in the water, so it attracts the fish to come towards it. Tracy.
What other types of things attract the fish?
The popper, and like there's a lot of lures to use for fishing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, Tracy.
Do the fish hang out in a specific area? Like do you find in
Bass like shallow, weedy areas, and like the bass, white perch like deep water. Yellow perch usually like weedy areas, and catfish and eel like nighttime.
Are there catfish in China Lake?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you have any long-term plans for exotic places or other places you want to go to fish?
There was this like one place on a fishing commercial, like it was like in Canada where you could catch trout and stuff. I'd like to go there. Yes.
How long have you been fishing?
Like since I was 4, 5. Any more?